Happy New Year, y'all. I'm hoping y'all having a good day because I got something to show you. We start off with the Rangers being in Istanbul? I don't know how you say it. As we get Rose just spewing about birds, she further go on to explain, if you set this one bird free, it will show you its diamond. But this nigga Dax tried to be funny, trying to make a bird joke.
We've come to Turkey to pick up a statue of a bird. Turkey. Bird!
What the fuck was that? Got my favorite snow buddy cheesing over here. That shit was ass. They further go on searching around the place looking for an item as Will's tracker starts going on, showing more door to finding the treasure. But as soon they step a little closer to see what's inside, and it was just a big pile of nothing.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Seeing Custer Dad sliding down this makeshift stripper pool just to let them know that Will is still in Andrew's office, and Max starts to fuck with Dad, saying that he's getting a new Zord for all the hard work that he has done. We get Max's dad coming in the room to inform the Rangers that Will has been fired, and he goes on to tell them that he tried to ask Will to leave his tracker, but this almost made me think he wears them white cloaks because it takes a long brief pause just to say he's unstable. Scene cuts to the outdoors and we focus on this woman doing dances in the middle of the forest. But let's be honest here, we sometimes hate Will and love him. Will walks up and leans on this tree, and this nigga is so unserious in every situation because he starts to do this dumbass smirk. He look like one of the kids that pretends to put their hands up just to get you in trouble and say they gotta use the bathroom. I hated those niggas. Nigga lie, I was one of them. She further go on to tell him, you found me, and they start began to throw hands. She ready up her weapons as Will brings out his morphers ready up to fight. But let's appreciate the Black Ranger suit is so clean. Transforming and dodging the sword attack, rolling away to get a good distance. Try to come in with an attack, but Will start blocking all these weak ass punches. But this is how I know Will is black for real, cause y'all ain't really peeped this weave for real. We get Will just playing defense the whole time, blocking off her attacks, fucking Donkey Kong spamming block, and she's not landing a single one. She started doing a bizarre flip for no reason, managed to get one good lick. Bitch started doing some cartwheels. She says fuck that, let me define the laws of physics. Try to come up with his own kit but gets it blocked. They both thought they could do it but dodges it. They continue to block each other's attack, and this is where we get the most cleanest jump shot ever. And just to top off the icing, grabs her arms and put it in an interlock. I wish she could do this to me. The Black Ranger is so disrespectful, just tossing her over like a piece of trash. He was gonna go in for the kill, but remember she's fine shit. He goes on to tell her he doesn't want to hurt her but wants to join her, and I'm tired of this nigga smart, bruh. She believes that he's lying and doesn't believe him. He starts to tell her that the Rangers has fired him and doesn't get paid that much. And the way how he's talking to her, this nigga's trying to...
Is a 6 good enough to let me quit?
Ronnie starts to discuss to the group how Will broke so many rules. She strongly believes that Will won't turn against them. And Daz actually finally says something smart, forgetting that this nigga has a tracker that they can destroy the universe. We got my boy Will sneaking into this building trying to be in Mission Impossible, receiving intels and start spraying something in the air just to see the lasers. And I ain't gonna lie, this nigga started being on some bullshit. Why the hell is he moving like this? We catch Will outside trying to ore farm, still sweet talking to Myra, showing her the device that might be able to destroy the Rangers and take over the world. As they're finishing up their conversation, the Rangers was pulled out in all the decked out cars, already looking over like something's gonna happen.
This should be fun.
I get so happy to see their friend Will, but this is where you fuck around and find out. He starts to dispute to them that you ain't got me, nigga. I got your ass.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
This is where we get the most elite throwing hands.
Round 1. Fight!
Oh yeah, this shit finna be lit. Will start gets the blasting. They could've really moved out the way. I don't know what y'all just standing there just staring at. After finally being laid out on the ground, they finally decided to use their morphers, giving them this most beautiful sequence of transformation ever. And let's get to squabbling. Not a second to waste, Will comes in flying with a kick. Peep the kick, he was laying on red. Effortlessly dodges pink and yellow. Summer starts in midair, drops down, leg sweep the Red Ranger. He's gonna feel that in the morning.
My back. Oh, my back.
Comes over to high kill over blue, starts repeatedly kicking Daz. You gotta be a disrespectful ass nigga to put your feet on him and bounce off his arm. What's the problem with niggas defining gravity? Don't have right for women, kicks the bitch. Ronnie trying to be a good Samaritan.
I got this.
This isn't you, Will.
Get your hands off of me.
Flies up, kicks in the chest and flies back. At this point, this nigga's just ore farming. Comes and fly with 2 double kicks. Managed to land one on blue. I dead as want y'all to see this because what the fuck did Pink try to do with a come with a flying kick? And I spoke too soon. She actually managed to knock this nigga back. Trying to ask for assist in the fight.
I'm not getting my nails dirty for this.
Begins to do some witchcraft in the background, but what would Power Ranger be without a little bit of JJK jumping? And then begins to summon a blue man in armor, showing off the fits. And my man did not come to play. This nigga starts to lay out the Rangers, doing bizarre movements, moving around the environment. Let's give props to Dad because he was holding his own, doing a 1v1 against his man, knocking Daz out of his transformation.
Well, I did my best.
Red coming down with a mid swing, but gets caught in the double scissors, getting spin around and caught a mean slice down his stomach. We have this Blue Knight flash stepping as Red Shark comes in with an attack but gets sliced down. Yo, but lightning shoots it at Red and knocking down Max to the ground. We pan back to the team, taking their losses back to home base after getting their ass whooped. They further go on to explain why would Will betray us, and that's another time I have to explain to y'all. As they're tracking down Will, pinpointing his location, they was able to track down his morpher over where his exact location was.
You
Recon!
Walking to the forest, pinpointing where he was last located. As they walk a little bit further, they spot Will hiding behind a tree, telling them that they're so predictable. And they try to go on saying they're not, but Will starts to explain to them that he let them find him. And they finally understand that it was a trap, and they pull out that morph and starts transforming.
We do not care.
And my man Will suits up. But look at the suit! Not a second to wait to then head into battle. Going for the strong attack against Red, grabbing his arm and stopping his attack. After he was able to free himself, coming with a low kick, turning around to a high kick and kicks him all across the ground. Try to stop Will, hands off the leather, nigga. Proceeds to trap himself in a group hug, but manages to free himself. After the whole commotion went down, he just brings out the switch on them and starts to spray on these niggas.
And he kept spraying!
Eventually evaporating the Rangers. You might think the Rangers has perished, but no, they just have been transported back to their home base. Confused on what just happened or thought that they have been destroyed, it's because Will is working undercover to get more information out the villains to understand what they're trying to do. Further going on, explain to the Rangers why he hasn't blown his cover yet. He needed the Rangers to believe him and trust him and not to blow his cover and get the mission over with. We cut to another scene of Will still flirting with her ass, trying to convince her that he's not a part of the Rangers no more and that he's left, and try to make her put her trust in him. You would think these niggas start get the crushing. But you gotta peep game with my boy Will. Man sits right next to her, leaning all up in her ears, trying to get close to her, giving each other the eye contact, giving you those eyes. Okay, we can really tell this nigga's a lover boy. But you know who has to come in and call block the Blue Knight? Grabbing on my man's shoulder, giving him the little bro treatment. We get Ronnie getting a low location ping on her computer. They soon find out it's like a little Morse code. But if you don't know what a Morse code is, it's like those people that's clicking on shit and da-da-da and using their eyes and whatever. Will's trying to send out more Morse code to his teammates to find his location or where he's at, but almost get caught by the Blue Knight that's right behind him watching what he's doing. This nigga begins to ask this nigga like 15 different questions like, who you texting, what you doing this, what you doing that, and more sure. They finally get to the destination of where to shine the bird into the sky to release it. Getting mesmerized how beautiful and gorgeous it is just flying around. As they're looking at the bird, the Power Rangers jump out from their ship doing this dumbass twirl and then landing thinking that shit was sweet. They are stunned how the Rangers can find him and looking over at Will thinking like he's a spy, but he is. Letting them know he never left his team and was just undercover. I can tell by her heart that she felt played. She starts to run away, but Will with his little main character syndrome starts to tell his team to go chase after her. When the Blue Knight ready up his sword to fight Will, Will pulls out his morpher as the blue guy is throwing blasts at Will. Who is this nigga feeling like, a Balenciaga supermodel? Nigga think he's the face of the magazine. Will starts to get throwing hands, blocking all the attacks and doing all flips, doing this cool ass sequence of transforming into his morpher suit. And you might be thinking, okay, the blue samurai got a sword, but wait until this nigga Will pulls out a hammer. Bitch, is you Amy Rose? Wrong picture. As they trying to land an attack on each other, throwing each other's weapons, we cut to another scene of Maria try to run like she's Naruto. Maria's managing to hold herself up against the Rangers trying to jump in. You should have known Rangers are known for jumping, niggas. We got my boy Daz running the fair one, throwing a variety of kicks, managed to able to kick her back. But y'all gotta peep this choreography of fighting, bro. This shit is clean. Will went to go do his special attack, smashing the ground, causing an explosion behind the blue samurai, making him jump in the air. This man started to toss this nigga around like a ping pong ball, hitting this man in midair, jumping and smashing him down back to the ground, leaving an impact on the ground like he's Yamcha, and then finally destroying him, causing an explosion right behind him. We still got the Rangers trying to put up a fight, getting smashed up and tossed around. These niggas are getting whooped out. Look at the guy. You don't never know how much money to put into production to do this. Other Power Rangers don't do this. Ronnie's the only person with kind of good hands and be trying to keep up with this man, kicking him. We get the Rangers regrouping with each other. We have Red Ranger summoning the big blaster, putting that bitch to good use, but it doesn't do enough. And he said, okay, let's turn this bitch up a little bit more. Let me get my friends to help me with this. And he launches big ass bullets straight to the monster, destroying him. But you know, it never comes to an end. So he transformed into a big ass monster, and we didn't get a very much long transformation. But these Rangers are no better than these villains, fucking around and putting his ass on the crane, and then proceeds to swing this nigga like he's a piñata, while these fuckheads are just looking at a scroll, leaving this man to get jumped in the background. My boy's in agony, screaming from getting his ass whooped, and then she proceeds to run away like Naruto. These Rangers are so humane, they don't care about the villains, they care about themselves just whooping ass. They started punching some codes into the Megazord and start creating a bigger Megazord just to fuck up this nigga. They launched their claw at this man, grabbing and then swinging him up like a piñata. Then began to drill into this nigga. Pause. Finally destroying him and putting his reign of terror to an end. We cut to another scene of the samurai and Mariah still looking at this scroll and trying to understand what does it mean. After watching they come back just get destroyed. Still I'm confused on what does it mean onto the paper. The camera pans over and showing us something that we're supposed to actually act like we know. And yeah, that'll be it for y'all. Talk about the series of Power Ranger Overdrive. Was it time to be alive during like the 2000s? And I'm hoping I can still continue to make on Power Ranger series for y'all. And I'm hoping y'all having a good New Year's. Peace.
Check out my swagger, baby. To the bank, I'm laughing, baby. I'm posted in magic, baby. Throwing money on ashes, baby. Tell the P my swagger, baby.